If you're running your own grant writing business, I'm willing to bet that finding clients is top of mind most, if not all, of the time. But it's not really about finding clients in general, right? I think the real question is, how do you find good clients, the ones that are aligned with your mission, your values, and your area of expertise, the ones that bring you joy, the ones that excite you, the ones that have a pretty good chance of success with grants, and the ones that can pay? How do you get those types of clients? Let's talk about it. So before we jump into some of the more practical steps in this process of finding good clients for your grant writing business, I really want to begin with you, because how I would define a good client could be very different than how you would define a good client and others. So it really is wise to take some time to reflect and consider things within ourselves. Consider your educational background, your work history, additional certifications you may have. Where have you seen the most success in your past? And then find clients that will align with your own experience. Do you think you would enjoy working on a larger team or a larger nonprofit versus smaller, where perhaps you're more working one-on-one with an executive director or development director, something like that? What comes easy to you? What industries excite you and bring you joy? What did you go to school for? And, could you potentially start with clients in that area because you already have some knowledge in it, and then kind of work your way into other areas over time, should you choose to do so? Do you like working with certain personalities over industry? There's various questions you can consider. So I do recommend taking some time to kind of figure yourself out first before moving forward in the next step in the process, which is informational interviews. Now, I know this can be a challenge for my fellow multi-passionate individuals out there. It could be very hard to nail down one specific industry or, one specific area of focus, because we like a lot of things. We like to try a lot of different things. But I also think that's what makes grant writing so unique for us, or just such a great field for us, because even though we can specialize in the grant writing, but then explore so many different industries and fields within grant writing. So it really is the perfect match, in my view, for my fellow multi-passionate individuals out there. But yes, so we're going to start with some reflection on ourselves, where we've had success in the past, what excites us, what brings us joy, and now we're going to move on to the informational interviews. All right, now after we reflected and we have considered who we want to work with or what industry we want to work in, now we can start reaching out to nonprofits for informational interviews. This really is one of the best way to get potential clients. It's a technique that's taught in the Learn Grant Writing course, and let me tell you, it really does work. Now, the overall idea is to, like I said, research various nonprofits according to what we already considered about ourselves, what industries we want to work in, all that good stuff, and then reaching out to the decision makers at the nonprofit for informational interviews. Now, I talked in another video a little bit about the decision makers. I think it was the discovery call video, but that is the decision maker of an organization is going to be the person with the power to actually say yes, hire you, move forward with you. You really want to try to avoid speaking to those who have the ability to say no to you, but not the power to say yes. We want to try to stick with people that can say yes. Now, the goal of this interview is not necessarily to just pitch your services, right? That can come off really salesy. Most people probably aren't going to like that. But it's to listen and learn more about this organization's funding needs. What are their current struggles? What has worked for them in the past in terms of grant writers, or have they won any grants before? Do they have a strategy in terms of how to find or pursue grants for the next 12 to 18 months or so? These types of questions. And, it really is an excellent way to gain clients in the long run, even if you don't end up working with them immediately after the interview, although that does happen to a lot of grant writers in the collective. If that's not the case for you, it's okay, because you've started the beginning of a relationship with this organization, and that could lead to a really cool partnership in the future. Now, one of the best places I find to find the decision makers at the nonprofits that I want to work with is LinkedIn. LinkedIn or your local or state nonprofit association. Those are wonderful places to look for the decision makers. Another way to find really great clients is to put yourself out there. Yes, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You have knowledge, you have skills, you have a perspective that a potential client needs to hear. So don't be afraid to let that shine, right? You can be a true contender in the market. And one of my favorite ways to get clients is through attraction marketing. Now, simply put, this is a marketing strategy where you, as the grant writer, you're putting out value up front to your ideal client so that they would be more inclined to work with you. Now, this can be via a blog, a vlog, an email list. You can do workshops, master classes, however you want to do it. I mean, you can really get creative here. Putting your thought leadership out there, on a social media channel or in a blog or vlog or something like that, and implementing a strong strategy that speaks to your nonprofit's specific problems is such a powerful way to get clients into the pipeline. Now, one of the most important things to remember about an attraction marketing strategy is that you really need to be intimately aware of what the nonprofit's problems are, and how in turn you will be able to solve them through your services. So you really want to think about what causes some of the problems that they're having in terms of finding or securing grants, how they've tried to solve this problem in the past or on their own and perhaps failed, and how you're the solution, right? Really taking them through that buyer's journey of being like problem unaware to being solution aware, and you're the solution. Again, it's a very powerful way to get clients into the pipeline. My absolute favorite way of getting clients. All right, so the final way that I love to get good clients is through referrals. Generally speaking, if I have a client that, is really my ideal client that I've been working with and everything went well, and I ask for a referral from them, they tend to know other organizations that are very similar to them. So it's a good chance that the referral is going to be yet another good client. I think sometimes we neglect to just flat out ask for what we want. So every so often I'll go through a list of clients and reach back out to them and say, hey, if you know of anyone else that could use my services, I would love an introduction. And I don't think there's ever been a time when I didn't get at least one introduction or one referral to some other nonprofit that my client knew. So yeah, don't be afraid. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask your current clients that you may already have if they know of anyone that could use your services. So I hope these few tips were helpful for you on your quest to find good clients for your grant writing business. But we want to hear from you. Let us know down in the comments how you would define a good client, and if you have any additional tips for your fellow grant writing colleagues on how to find good clients, please let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Learn Grant Writing channel for more grant writing content, and to click the notification bell so that you can be made aware of future videos so you don't miss out. So until next time, thanks for watching.